Hey guys, I wanted to share just a quick mindset moment with you, just something to chew on for the rest of the week. And yes, I have my blue light glasses on because I've been staring at this computer screen for longer than I want to. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, and I want to try to do this weekly, is some of the beliefs that we have. And so once a week, I will bring up a belief and try and explain it to you, and you will be able to have the opportunity to see if that's something that's playing out in your life as well. Because I've gotten a lot of feedback since the last sessions that I did, the lives in my Facebook group, and people are asking for more clarity on the beliefs that could be in their what I call belief backpack, right? And so because of that, I feel like it would be beneficial if I could go through some different beliefs and explain how they might be showing up, and you can have the time to analyze it in your own life and see if that's something that is working within you, and if it is, where did it come from, and let's do some work around that to see if we can help to alleviate it. Okay, so the belief that we're going to look at today is when I value myself, I have to abandon myself or everyone else abandons me. So this is going to show up with things like not feeling respected or honored or appreciated for what you do. And because everything is always a mirror and it always mirrors our beliefs back to us, in some way, if this is popping up, well, then I must not be honoring myself, right? Because it's always a mirror. So whether it's in a relationship or it's work and you're putting out 110%, there's something there where you're not honoring yourself. And so you're having this belief reflected back to you. And one of the ways that we abandon ourselves is to look at and focus on, where am I not being respected? So we're going to focus on that, right? We're going to become consumed with it. We're going to start seeing it in many places. And then we begin to expect that because it becomes a trend. It's like, oh, yeah, see, I told you, that's what happens in my world. And often we see this role modeled originally in childhood, which we've talked a lot about how much comes from our childhood. And we assume that that's the way that life is. And so we continue to create the same circumstances for ourselves because we're looking for it to be true. So we're recreating our past because the past is safe. And so we could even expand that belief that when I value myself or I create the life I want, or I'm going for something that is exciting to me, say I'm registered in school, or I'm breaking records in sales that I set, or I'm almost meeting a goal, or I'm trying to lose weight, I have to abandon myself or everybody else abandons me. So how do they abandon me? Well, they match my perspective of the belief that I will not be respected or honored. And then we believe this, and so we believe that there's no point in continuing, and we sabotage our creation. So this may not be the truth everywhere in life. However, if your attention is drawn to this experience, then you have the belief within that's wanting to be noticed and resolved. And when you have a belief, you're going to see the world through these limitations, and they will be your reality. Rather than seeing people coming forward and helping you, you're going to notice more often how people seem to be not respecting you or honoring you or appreciating what you're doing. And a lot of that comes from, the need for self-validation. And lots of people don't feel comfortable in doing that. And so we look to others to validate. And I have mentioned that a few times in my Instagram. But when we're doing that, we're giving the power away. We're no longer allowing ourselves to be that inside generator, right? We are our own agents of happiness. We are the ones who decide what our reality is. Nobody else gets to do that. So if you're not getting what you want in life, you've got to look at your own belief system and your expectations and your perceptions of the world, and then shift them to match what you want. And the reverse claim, here's the reverse claim for if this is coming up for you guys, of when I value myself, I have to abandon myself, or when I'm creating what I want, or when I'm going for a goal, then I feel like I need to abandon myself or others abandon me and I'm left alone to pick up the pieces. If you see this playing out, Here's the reverse claim. Here's the antithesis that will neutralize this belief in you. That whenever I value myself, I always come through for myself with perspective and in my positive expectation. And I know that everybody else in the universe is going to come through for me in the same way, because that is how I always come through for me. Remember, it's a mirror. So as I come through for myself, as I can trust myself, or as I can be reliable for myself, or as I show up for me, then others also have the opportunity to do that. And so once you start showing up for yourself, and once you make this claim and you start seeing all the ways that you do come through for yourself, guess what? You're going to start noticing all the ways that others also come through for you. So that's what we're claiming today, is whenever I value myself, I always come through for myself. So whenever I create this goal, whenever it is that I'm achieving something, I always come through for me, and so does others. With this perspective and positive expectation, I know that everybody else in the universe is going to come through for me too, because it's the same way now that I always come through for myself. So there's the nugget today. If you're struggling with that belief, there's the reverse claim. And I hope that if this is coming up for you, that this was beneficial. Please feel free to ask questions or post comments below, or if you see that you have a belief that keeps coming up that you want me to address, feel free to post that and I will chat about that. All right, have a great day, guys. Remember, you are the magnificent creators of your life. Much love.